This is my 18th year of being involved. We were part of the first team that planned the first event, and back then in that first year, and it was in the winter, it was in February of 1997, and we had about 50, 60 people. And you can see it's grown, and so we're so grateful that every year more and more people come back to do more and more work. Well, first of all, our first year was to prove to Arlington that we could do the work here, do it the right way at the highest standard as they always require, and to earn another job. It was our first mission was to earn another mission. And so as each year has progressed, we've taken on more and more things. It was at first just lining some areas, then it became sodding and seeding, then we added landscaping and tree work involved. Now we do an irrigation review and fix up every year. And now they're doing cabling and lightning protection as well. So we've involved all the disciplines of the green industry now. And my favorite part of the whole program is the fact that we now have dozens and dozens of kids come here that plant perennials and native grasses and make flower arrangements with their parents and the staff at Arlington, working side by side to beautify the grounds and learn a little bit more about what we do here.
I'm actually part of the Arlington event for the last 17 years. Our company has been. It's a family affair thing. It's like coming home to Arlington every year when we come here, because we have so many friends in this industry. We have so many passionate people that come back here year after year after year. And it's all to give back to our veterans is the whole reason that we're here. It feels good as a company owner, as an American. It feels good to actually come back here and work in this cemetery on these hallowed grounds. One of the unique things about this event is you are pulling people from across the country together. You are pulling competitors that compete in their home markets. And when they come to Arlington, all that goes away. And we're working side by side with our competitors, which is really unique. Number two, to be able to give back to the country, to our veterans, is pretty unique because it's just the right thing to do. I mean, Planet has a lot of good programs going on, such as Day of Service, but this is the hallmark. This is the cool event that everybody needs to experience at least once in their life, because you just feel so good after coming here and working in this cemetery. It's awesome.
Well, I've been coming here for 13 years, and in that time period we've done everything from liming the cemetery to aeration and seeding. We've put in lighting protection in large oak trees. I've actually helped repair and install irrigation systems in some of the areas, and also we've done planting the trees and so forth. And what an honor to be able to come here and do this. I mean, how many people in the United States even get to see this, let alone come back here and give back by enabling us to work and provide a service to beautify this hallowed ground. Well, it's unique for several reasons. One, Arlington, this is the only group Arlington's ever allowed to come in private-wise and do something like this. It's unique because it allows me to give back to soldiers who perished hundreds of years ago, and to say thank you even that far back to the patriots that made this country great. It's not only the people that I know, but it's soldiers in all the wars that have been buried here that I'm saying thank you to. Well, I'd like to see them involve the kids even a little bit more than they do. We started a kids program several years ago, and at that time we were planting some trees. And how great is it for a child to be able to come back 20 years from now and point at a tree and say, I planted that. So, and it also is a teaching tool. Too many Americans have not seen this, and if you ever have the opportunity to come and see this place, you're in awe. And it really makes you understand the sacrifices when you see these thousands and thousands of tombstones.
This is always about the future. And when you see kids somewhere, I love to, when I'm at a funeral, I love to look for the baby. I love to hear a baby crying at a funeral, because you know that the future, we've got a future, no matter what, it's going to go on. And what we do today is here to help those at the next generation, like we were given a gift from the past. And so the kids being here, and I can tell you it's the favorite part of the for the Arlington staff. The superintendent of the cemetery, the overseers from the Pentagon will be here planting with the kids because they feel the same thing. When you see kids planting here at Arlington, the sacrifice made by the last generation and the generation before goes on and is so much more worth it that way. There's a lot of new faces here this year. We were commenting about it, some of the folks that have been veterans of this event for almost 2 decades. There's new families that continue to come. I raised my kids, bringing them to Arlington every summer to work here in the cemetery, and there's new families doing that as well, and we hope that that continues. We hope we continue to have opportunities to show all the different aspects of the green industry and all the benefits that landscaping brings to life and to afterlife, if you will, for here too. So we continue to expand in all the disciplines of the green industry and the scope and size of the jobs, and maybe to continue outside of Arlington and maybe help more areas that are historic here in Washington.